What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this, I'm going to be showing my Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. This is part 3 of either 3 or 4. I guess we'll see by the end of this episode. Or part. I'm not going to show you anything. I'm just going to get right into it. This is what you should have from the first 2 parts. If you do not have this, I would advise going back to whichever looks different. Part 1 was the elevator and the main room, and then part 2 was the rest of it. Part 3 today, we're going to be tackling the 2 side rooms, and then these inner rooms, and then I don't know if I'm going to save that for a separate 4th episode or part, or if I'll do it in this part, we'll see. But, I guess to start off, you just want to get out smooth stone, light gray concrete, black concrete. Give me a moment here, because we're going to probably go back and forth a little bit. Polished andesite. Surprise, surprise. Nether brick fence or dark oak fence, whichever you prefer. They look exactly the same, pretty much. I think nether brick's better, because it's darker. Black terracotta. Let me actually double... Okay, yeah, it is black. I just needed to look at the different looks. Acacia button. Redstone torch or lever. I would go with redstone torch. Not 100% positive on them, actually. And iron trap door. No, yeah, it's probably better to go with redstone torch. Alright, come to the left side first, which is this one, the smooth stone wall. Above the door, you want to place a redstone torch. Come inside the not really non-existent one. Come to the floor palette, basically, and you want to bring up the smooth stone with 6 rows of smooth stone. I really hope that I don't forget that I did it this way, because I wrote it down differently than how I am doing it. So, for future reference, the gray concrete ceiling will be at this level. I will try and remember that. Hopefully my brain doesn't fail on me, but yeah. It's just easier to build it. Wait, did I do that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I did. I thought I only placed 5, but I did place 6. You're supposed to place 6, by the way. Alright. What you want to do now is you want to come to the door at the front of the room. And if you're in the door block, so this block right here, you want to count backwards on this block by 4. And left by 1, and then place a nether brick fence with a black terracotta on top. Place an acacia button on the black terracotta. Now you want to count backwards by 2 blocks from that, so you're on the 3rd gray concrete out from the wall. And you want to break this block in the floor, and you want to place a redstone torch. Actually, no, don't place the redstone torch yet, just break the block. It doesn't matter if you're in Bedrock or Java this time, this should be broken. You want to place on the gray concrete, the 2 gray concrete to the right of that, you want to place polished andesite on each. Sorry, I misplaced it, but that's what it should look like. And then you want to bring both those polished andesites back by 2 each. Bring those back 2 rows, right by 1 row, and then left by 2 rows. So you should be able to see where we're going with this. Alright, the way I would do this is I would break... You're going to need to get rid of your smooth stone, but you don't need it anymore, so that's fine. And get gray concrete. You want to break the gray concrete in front of that broken gray concrete, and then you want to place your polished andesite above that first broken block, which is the back one. You don't want to place an iron trap door facing forwards, or, yeah, so... The side that opens should be facing forwards, and you want to place a redstone torch under that polished andesite with the trapdoor on top of it, and you should have this. There is something just sitting here in the game that kind of sticks up like that. I don't know what it is, but I decided to build it, and then you can just fill in your floor back up. And we will be needing the gray concrete again. However, we're going to... I think we should get rid of our iron trap door and get on iron bars. And what you basically want to do is, well, first off, what I would recommend doing is actually filling in your ceiling with gray concrete along the top block of smooth stone. Can you stop banging around back there? It's a little bit distracting. My turtle's nothing special. Also, the damn recording this is still Mr. Squidward's birthday. So that gives you a time of perception if you saw my community post. Alright, you might want to get out some night vision. So get the redstone torch out of here. We don't need it. Actually, we might need it. I don't think so. No, I think I made the other room completely dark and get out night vision. Just so, you don't need to, but I need to. What you basically want to do is just drape your walls and ceiling with iron bars, just kind of going all the way around. So, like, kind of just, like, you can just spam place it. Although, I would make it look a little bit better than how I'm making mine look. The way I kind of like to do is make it, like, kind of, like, droops. Like, kind of like that going all the way down, and then, like, an area where it kind of moves over a little bit, and then one more droop, and then here, and, like, it connects to there, per se, like that. And then from the top of the ceiling, you can literally just place, like, drooping down like that. You don't have to do this. I would recommend doing so, just because it is like this in the game. Same with FNAF 3, how it's all kind of droopy and stuff. But, yeah, just, you don't have to do anything exactly like how I'm making it. I'm just kind of randomly placing iron bars and hoping it looks good. Which, I mean, obviously it'd be hard to put strategy behind something like this. Like, I'm trying to put a little bit more strategy now. But, just try and make it look at least decent. Like, that's okay. I think that's better than what I had before. Just kind of make it look like the room is just filled with, that. Now, what's all that banging around back there for? Oh, who knows? It's like, I don't know if they see a piece of food or if they're trying to get somewhere, but they're slamming their shells against the glass, and it's a little bit annoying in the background. Shut up! Alright, come to the other side, and you want to bring up your light gray concrete walls up with an additional 7 light gray concrete. And you also want to do the same with the black concrete. You probably can't hear them, but you'd be surprised how much they do this too. It's kind of sad sometimes. Ah, speaking of sad, there goes my controller. I need a new controller, because now this one's having charging problems. I, like, can't have a good controller for more than a couple months. This one, I want to say... This one's lasted a year, I think. Just under a year, I want to say. It was like May or June of last year. I don't know. I've hardcore gamed a lot more since last year, though. So, yeah. Once you're done that, you should have something that looks kind of or exactly like this. Now, from your floor pattern, this is going to be a weird way to do this, but you want to place your polished andesite upward diagonally backward by 1 from your floor. So basically from this kind of like the back row of the floor. So you're trying to create basically a curved shape. Okay, yeah, we should be able to get this entire build done. Yeah, because this has been 9 minutes so far, yeah, just like that. You then want to bring each individual polished andesite backwards by 3 additional polished andesite. It's crazy that at the time you're seeing this, Mr. Squidward is over 5. My channel is older than him. Yet he is my profile picture. Although I want to say before it was literally just like a black, not a black thing, but, no, not that. It was not a black, I was going to say black square, but no, it's a normal, like, person icon, or it's an M, I think. Purple M? Purple background, white M, or green background, something like that, I don't know. Get rid of your iron bars and get a black carpet. And on top of all of your polished andesite, you want to place black carpet. Now, I actually thought when I originally built this that there were little spike-looking things popping up from the top of this. But it was actually the conveyor belt, which I didn't realize until after. So I originally had it as gray concrete in the middle, like the two middle rows were gray concrete and the edge rows were polished andesite. And I had iron bar spikes kind of poking up, and then I realized, no wait, that's just the conveyor belt sticking over the edge a little bit. So I just changed it to black carpet on top of a bunch of andesite, which is actually secretly gray concrete in these two rows, but no one will know. Now, fill in the floor behind this in with black concrete, just placing black concrete directly on top of the grass. If I could figure out how to place blocks, there we go. A little bit. Nope, apparently not. It doesn't really matter if you double place them, because no one will be able to tell unless they walk back there. Alright, just like that. There they go again, donkin. Who even... Donkin is a weird term. Yet again, at the top of light gray concrete or black concrete here, you want to place a ceiling of gray concrete. So it should be 2 rows shorter than the main room. I don't even want to know what they're trying to do. Come on, even the chinchillas aren't that loud. And that's saying something. Alright. You can now clear inventory and get out. Give me one moment because I need to check this. Yellow terracotta. Light blue terracotta. Birch buttons. That's a weird one. We don't usually use buttons for builds. Oakwood planks. Well, I guess for redstone stuff, but I don't do redstone, so. And also for a few minor details in this, I've used them, but this is a bigger detail. Or no, not polished. Sorry, just normal andesite wall. It did the same thing last episode, and we didn't even end up using them. I have to be very specific, and I don't know why. Maybe if there are polished andesite walls by the time you're seeing this, then use those instead. And I guess get out gray concrete again, because we still need that. Now, let's start with the light gray concrete section, or side, because with the black and white tiled floor, because we are already over here. Come to the door and, okay, also get out dark oak sign, sorry, and I guess white dye if you want to. We can actually do this in Bedrock now. But you want to place a sign above the door that says parts and service. I would put it in all caps, but you can actually fit this on one line barely. You can see parts and service didn't come up for some reason that time. Parts and service. And then if you just left click with anything, it changes the color. That was a really satisfying sound. Alright, to the front side of the door, which is the side where the other dark oak door is, it's kind of just chilling there waiting to be used. You want to place, moving up from the door, you want to place 2 andesite wall. So this is in front of the door on the liquid concrete. Then move forward with an andesite wall. Up 2. Back 1. Up 2. Back 1. Up 3. You then want to leave a 2-block gap moving forwards, and you want to place, moving up, 4 andesite walls. Or correct that, 5 andesite walls, sorry. Then go right with an andesite wall, and then up with 4. Now to the opposite side of the door, you want to place just a straight row of andesite wall going floor to ceiling, which the ceiling will just be, I believe, up diagonally a row from this. Yeah. Yes, it will be. So just go right up to the top row of the light gray concrete. Then on the second block up of this andesite wall, we're not done yet. You want to go back by 2, up 2, and then forward 1. So that's the pipes on this side done. They're just random pipes, so I figured, you know what, let's build them. Now let's build the stage on this side, which shall be fun. You're gonna come to the back left-hand corner of the room, which is this corner. It's closest to Circus Gallery and also behind the windows, and that's the front again. From this corner, you want to count right by 6, and you want to place 2 yellow terracotta moving forwards. Then move forward diagonally to the right by 1, forward 1, forward diagonally to the right by 2, right 1, forward diagonally to the right by 1, right by 3, backward diagonally to the right by 1, right 1, back diagonally to the right by 2, back 1, back diagonally to the right by 1, and then back 1. Fill in the center of this in with oak wood planks. You then want to take out your light blue terracotta, and on the second 2 from the back, which is this one, either side, you want to place a light blue terracotta on the back block. Then bring it forward, diagonally outward and upward by 1. Then inward diagonally and upward by 1. Up 1. Inward diagonally upward by 2. Right 1. Inward diagonally up by 1, and then inwards by however many you need until it connects, which is 4 total. Just like that. Take out your birch buttons, and on the front face of every single light blue terracotta, you want to place a birch button. Don't place them on the underside like I just did. And then around the yellow terracotta, however you see fit. So I'd place it basically on the sides until you hit basically these here. Like the front 4 and then the front 2, I'd place it on the front side and on the sides of all the others. Just like that. So there is the first room done. Now let's move over to this room. And I guess we'll start with the pipes again, because why not? This one's a lot simpler. What you want to do is in front of the door, which is, I don't really know how to describe this. Basically the side with more smooth stone is the front, I believe. Yes. But the front, you just want to place row polished or andesite walls moving straight up to the ceiling. Floor to ceiling. And on the back side, you want to leave a 1 block gap, and you want to place 2 andesite wall moving up. Then move back by 1, and then up to the ceiling, which is 7. Just like that. That one's a lot simpler. I don't know if I just happened to make it that way because I was lazier, because I did build this side first. Or if there just isn't a lot to it. Alright, come to the front left-hand corner of the... No, back right-hand corner of this room, sorry. Right? Back right-hand corner? I want to make sure that's correct. Yeah, it is. And then you want to count left by 6 again. And this time you want to place a light blue terracotta. Bring it forward 1. Forward diagonally to the left by 1. Forward 1. Forward diagonally to the left by 2. Left 1. Forward diagonally to the left by 1. Left 3. Backward diagonally to the left by 1. Left 1. Backward diagonally to the left by 2. Back 1. Back diagonally to the left by 1, and then back 1. You then want to fill in the middle of this in with oak wood planks. Not gonna lie, I just got a PlayStation sound effect and that scared the crap out of me because my volume's too loud. It's because I offset the game volume so the PlayStation noises are really loud to me. They should have a do not disturb mode on PlayStation where it doesn't pop up the notification because I don't really want to see that when I'm making videos. Shit. Speaking of not wanting to see or hear things, turtles. Alright. Seriously, like, what are they doing? Alright, on the back block of the second diagonal of 2 forward, you want to place a yellow terracotta on the front face. So once you have this block, the left one, you want to bring upward diagonally to the left by 1. Upward diagonally to the right by 1. Up 1. Up diagonally to the right by 2. Oh god, that is fun. Right 1. Up diagonally to the right by 1. Right by 3. Down diagonally to the right by 1. Right 1. Down diagonally to the right by 2. Down 1. Down diagonally to the right by 1, and then down diagonally to the left by 1. And again, place the birch button on the front face of every single yellow terracotta, and then around the light blue terracotta as you see fit. I really am starting to need a more controller more and more by the day, and I don't understand why they do it. Does anybody else have that problem where the controllers just stop functioning properly? Like they function properly to the extent of they still work and everything, but like not charging, or whenever you hold down L2, it like looks like you're pushing up your right stick. Like I'm not pushing up the right stick at all, and it's looking at me straight up. Like, hang on, let me see if I can do it again. It only seems to be at a certain point though. It's really weird. Does anybody else have that problem that has PS4? Or if it's just my bad luck, because it's the second controller it's happened to. Other one stopped charging. I might honestly have to go back to that one, but then I need a new mic anyways, because this one has a problem that it only works with this controller because it's like broken. But this controller has that broken piece in it, so I think that's the problem why this one does that, but I don't know why the last one did it. I don't know, it's really weird. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to place a gray concrete ceiling upward diagonally inwards by a row from both of these sections. How much time do we have? We only have 6.5 minutes left. Alright, so I'll be back once these ceilings are done so we can do the scooping room, because I'm just going to say we might as well get it out of the way, because it would just literally make like a 10-minute video. Once you have done that, you should have this now. I would recommend clearing your inventory because we do not need anything that we had. Actually, we do. I lied. You want to get out the light gray concrete? I go to the chinchillas now. Everyone's making noise today. Cyan terracotta. Glass. Polished black stone brick slabs. Again, it was a long name. Black concrete. Polished andesite. Shocker. Polished andesite stairs. That's a new one. Actually, I don't even think it is. Never mind. And polished andesite slabs. You also can get out gray concrete if you want. Actually, sure, do it. Why not? Alright, so find your doorway, which is this one, the door. It's a door, it's not even a doorway. For the purposes of this video, that was exaggerated. Sorry, just a door. There's no doorway here. You want to bring this light gray concrete that is under the door forward by 8. Keeping in mind this says forward. You then want to bring that 8th block left and right by 2 each. Then backward diagonally to the left and backward diagonally to the right by 1 each. I switched that, but just ignore it. left and right by 2 then backward diagonally outwards by 1, back 1, backward diagonally outwards by 1, and then back by 3 to touch the light lime terracotta wall. You then want to fill in the 2 halves of this floor in with light gray concrete. Really? Was that necessary? Alright, just a lot of noise. That's what I get for having 2 turtles and 2 chinchillas. A lot of noise. I never expected the turtles to be noisy, nor the chinchillas. I was expecting them to be quiet animals, but no. Well, I guess turtles is more shocking of being loud house than chinchillas, but that's not important to what we're doing right now. So you should have this. You don't want to bring that light gray concrete out with a row of cyan terracotta. There goes the timer. Again, I'm gonna get copyrighted one day for that. Actually, you didn't hear that last episode because I cut that out, but I'm gonna get copyrighted one day for it. And I didn't cut it out for the copyright. I cut it out because actually, did I cut it out? No, I don't think I did. I think I left it in. You then want to place an additional row of cyan terracotta on top of the row of cyan terracotta. And then going from one of the front walls and then going back and around, it doesn't really matter which wall, you want to place 3 light gray concrete, cyan terracotta, and I believe it's 6 glass, so this 2, 1, and then the 3. Cyan terracotta, 3 light gray concrete, cyan terracotta, and then the 6 glass of the 3, 1, 2. Cyan terracotta, 3 light gray concrete. Copy that row 2 more times. I'm actually really happy with this build, and a lot of people have seemed to like it, which is good. I haven't really gotten, like, a lot of talk about the other ones being good, but this one has gotten a little bit more praise than the others, which I like. I appreciate always having, like, putting effort into something like this, and then having it pay off and people enjoying it. Because when you put some effort into something and it doesn't do well, it kind of sucks. But regardless, this has been fun to build. And then the next row up, doing that same pattern. So from either front wall and then going back and then across the other side, you want to place 3 light gray concrete. And then 8 cyan terracotta. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. 3 light gray concrete. And then the 8 cyan terracotta, so 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. And then 3 light gray concrete. This episode has been interesting, just for the fact of my pets being loud. Louder than usual. You then want to place 2 additional rows of light gray concrete on top of all of that. All of it, including cyan terracotta. This room's a lot taller than I thought it was, actually. I didn't realize it was this tall. Oops. But it is this tall, that is correct. Now, let's build the scooping thingamabob. Come to this top center block of light gray concrete, and then you want to count down by 1. Place 3 polished andesite moving down, and then an opposite on polished andesite stair below that is facing towards the wall. So the little divot in it is against the wall. You then want to bring it forward with a polished andesite slab, and then bring it down with a polished andesite stair that is facing backwards. So that, again, the divot is facing backwards. The top 2 polished andesites of these 2 up here, you want to bring forward with a stair. So the top block wants to be brought forward with the normal stair, and the second block down wants to be brought with an upside down stair. Now, on the light gray concrete above every single cyan terracotta, you want to place a row of upside down polished black stone slabs. Only on the upper section, so don't do it down here. Only do it on this upper section above the windows. I should have been a little bit more specific when I first said that, because you don't want it on the bottoms there. Yeah, just like that. Get rid of your polished blackstone slabs and your glass, and you want to get out levers and sea lantern. Actually, one of each. On this polished andesite here, kind of just chilling here below this upside down stair, you want to place a lever on it that is facing backwards. So you might have to turn it on, or if it's facing sideways, you might just want to not worry about placing it, because I know, like, there. Actually, no, it wouldn't be facing sideways no matter what. Yeah, because the orientation of that. Well, yeah, it wouldn't. Never mind. I don't think so, at least, because if you build it that way, then the lever would. Yeah, that should be correct no matter what you do, or no matter which way you play it. Unless you build this diagonally, then good luck. And then what you want to do is you want to fill in a block diagonally inward upward from the. Oops, that's wrong. From the light gray concrete top block, you want to place a ceiling of gray concrete yet again. And I would say on the third row back, you want to place directly in front of the door, you want to place a sea lantern on the ceiling. Just to kind of give this like a dim light, that kind of lights up the entire room. That is not required though if you don't want it. Now, what you want to do is you want to basically come to either side on the outside. And you can either just plain up just place black concrete along the glass, or you can make little compartments back here. I made little compartments since Enter does stand back here. I don't know why I didn't just wall it off, to be honest, but I would just recommend walling it off because it's so much easier. But from this third row of light gray concrete here, basically along the floor, you want to place moving outwards 5 black concrete, right? 5, yes. Then move back 1, inward diagonally backwards by 1, back 1, inward diagonally backwards by 1, back 1, inward diagonally backwards by 4, inwards 1, inward diagonally backwards by 1, inward 2, inward diagonally backwards by 1, and then you can either make 2 separate compartments by going inwards by 1 and connecting forward, or you can basically just make the same thing on the other side. So let me just do that. I'm not going to instruct you again. So it's actually I will. So it's 5 out, back 1, inward diagonally 1, back 1, inward diagonally 1, back 1, inward diagonally backwards 4, inward 1, inward diagonally backwards 1, inward 2, inward diagonally backwards by 1, inward by 1, and then you can either just connect that to get together and with this back block, or connect them forward. And then if you actually, and then what you want to do is you want to bring those walls up by 6 rows. So yeah, it's really annoying to build this. I spent probably longer on this than I did on the actual scooping. No, I spent longer on the actual scooper than I did on the rest of this. There was also a mirror in this room that I just remembered about, so you could like place it against that wall, the front wall, if you wanted to. I don't know how I didn't think of that until now. Because it's literally the thing that you look in at the end. You look directly into a mirror, and I didn't think of the mirror. So, yeah, you can build it or you can not build it. What you could actually do is you could, because it's kind of like blacked out if you want, if it's kind of blacked out. So what you could do is you could like put it up against one of these walls, like the front of them, and just kind of place like a black section back there, and you could even place like 2 little red, I don't know, buttons or something far back. Like make a big room with buttons far back to look like eyes, I don't know. Or maybe even like lights, like glowstone or redstone torches or something with a red block in front of it, like red glass. I don't know, you can go crazy with it. Oops, I built that 1 block too high. Man, this video is going to be the longest. We had like 35, I want to say the last one was like 29 or 30 or something like that, and then this one's going to be like 38 probably. If I get that right, I should get an award. You then want to fill in your grass floor, or just basically place directly on the grass floor, black concrete, and then fill in the ceiling as well with black concrete along the top row of black concrete. So I did the ceiling in 2 different ways among 4 different ceilings. That was pretty, actually no, 5 different ceilings technically. That was pretty dumb of me. Or no, 6 actually, because this would be the 6th. But yeah, this one's the hardest one to place. What I would recommend doing after you place it is basically go to the inside and kind of see, just like, okay, where did I miss? Because if there's light coming through that, then you missed a block. I don't think I missed a block. If you misplace a block, good luck. I don't know why black concrete is so hard to work with. Like, if you're building a black concrete box, it's so hard. Like, right now, I'm just gonna place the ceiling aimlessly, and then try and look over and see if I can spot any holes. Like, see, you can barely see them. Like, there, I think, is it? No, there's not one there. There's one over here, though. Actually, there's a couple over here. And then again, I would just recommend just breaking in here, checking the lighting, making sure that everything is correct. And as you can see, I did not actually make a mistake. And it is dimly lit just as I would like it. The corners are very dark, and the center has a very dim lighting to it, which I really like that look. That's not why I built the ceiling so tall. I built it for the walls, but I think that having the ceiling that high does make it better for the lighting aspect, because I think that lighting does look perfect. Not to toot my own horn here, but yeah. Once you're done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is Five Nights at Freddy's sister location complete. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day and night. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.